Hey, true believers, Englentine here with a review of Plastic Man #1. Yeah, this one I was looking forward to. Seriously looking forward to. I love the character of Plastic Man. It's one of those, if done right, really hits. If done wrong, is really bad. It's kind of like the Deadpool of DC because, well, I know Deathstroke is really the Deadpool of DC, but seriously, Plastic Man is supposed to be a funny character. So if he's written wrong, it not only tanks, but it tanks poorly. BT Dubs love the art covers that DC are doing, and this one is no exception. This is an okay regular cover, but come on, look at this right here. Yeah, it's just too cool. I mean, it tells you everything you know. First of all, it's Plastic Man cover. It's got a little humor to it. It makes me want to get a frame. Seriously, if it wasn't for that DC logo, you know, let's put that at the bottom, DC, like you said you were going to, but I guess they decided against it. Okay, so I guess the other question on hand would be, is it me or do writers tend to do better over at DC than they do at Marvel? Because this is written by Gail Simone. And yeah, we know we've had some trouble with Gail Simone in the past, and she's definitely not a nice person on Twitter. But the lady writes a book. At least she does well for this one. And yeah, I know people didn't like her Batgirl, but I got to tell you, I like her Plastic Man. I liked Birds of Prey, Villains United. This one is good. The dialogue's good. I like the way they set up the character. I like the art and the fact that they make Plastic Man look young, and I thought, well, you know, he's supposed to be older. Then I realized, wait a second, he's Plastic Man. He can make himself look however old he wants to. As a matter of fact, in the book itself, he impresses a girl with a six-pack, and she goes, ooh, and he says, do you want 9? So I thought, okay, that was pretty cool. Yeah, the one other thing that really works for this is the humor. Well, the humor is really the main sell point. But it's not a forced humor except for one thing. This comic book is bookended by 2 penis jokes, or the same penis joke told twice. So it's a little sophomoric, but what really bothers is the fact that it seriously, it works very hard to get that penis joke. You know, it's like, I don't know, like it was, oh, I've got this joke here, I'm going to tell it, I'm going to fit it in any way, shape, or form I know how, and there you go, by the way. Actually, this is it. So anyway, I just realized it just popped up on the screen here. It's enjoyable. This book is fun, well written. I like the fact that they're setting up the character. You get to know him. I mean, this is an origin story as well. You see how he gets his powers. You see everything you need to know about the character. And I kind of like that because I've always said you got to give the information. Oh, well, actually, so did Gail Simone. I did a video a while back. Just look up Gail Simone in the video search on my page and you'll find it. But she was really blasting new writers about the fact that they don't give any information in the first issues anymore. This, you get all you need to. One thing I was a little confused at is it really seems to be muddled about what time period it wants to be in. There's a lot of modern day references, but all the bad guys talk as if they're 1940s gangsters. So it was a little bit of a mixture. I was like, wait a second, what are we going for here? I'm not quite sure. So it's not a flawless book. There are problems with the book, but nothing that really overcame my enjoyment of it. I had a good time with this. I hope the quality stands up because, frankly, I want to read more. I want to get this. This is definitely on the pull list. Yeah, I know everything is on the pull list, but this is going to be a book that I'm looking forward to, and that's always a nice thing. Are you kidding me? How many books can you really say that? Like, wow, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe you guys can, because I'm pretty sure you're not as obsessive about getting everything to review and all that kind of stuff. But it's a big thing for me, and by gosh, I'm going to take it where I can get it, even if it's written by Gail Simone. Like I said, I would point to Birds of Prey all the time, no matter what she does on Twitter. Gosh darn, if you do a good book, I don't give a fuck. Seriously, unless you're like really, really Max Bemis bad. Anywho, his book even sucks anymore. I'm gonna, like I said, this is definitely one to add to the pull list. I'm very happy to say I'm a big Plastic Man fan from the golden age, and it's nice to see he's finally getting the respect that a bum character like this deserves. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Have you read Plastic Man? Did you buy it, or is it just something you were gonna ignore? And I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, get word out about the channel, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already, and also the notifications. Cool things happen around these parts. I do Plastic Man reviews. That's cool. Not really. Anyway, also, this is the way we're trying to make a living. So if you don't mind helping the channel out, go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till for less than the price of a candy bar. Can you believe how expensive candy bars are anymore? You can help out our channel. We're just trying to get better equipment and better software. We'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching. I was watching Ocean's 8, and I figure, okay, let's give a little bit of review, because what the hell. Anyway, in all honesty, it is the mom of the franchise, and Ocean's 11 was the dad. You know, you go out on a vacation, dads tend to be fun, while moms tend to be the ones that make sure everything runs smoothly. And that is this movie. This movie runs smoothly, but it's not as fun. There's just no excitement. There's no rivalry. There's no tension to the film. And it's really just a recreation. You have Sandra Bullock. She gets out of jail. She's in her nice dress. Danny was in a suit. She goes to meet her blonde-headed sidekick. It was Brad Pitt in the original movie. Then, of course, he's like, well, I don't want to do it. And then George Clooney, whatever, says, oh, wow, blah, 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 gives this big speech about how they're going to do it down dirty. And then they end up getting a crew, and you go through meeting all of the crew. And it is the same movie told again. The problem is there's no style to it. That is what gave the first film its sense of fun. There's just no fun to this one. It feels like they're coloring by the numbers, but they're using the same shade of blue all throughout the movie. The most disappointing part about this is you've got a film that has Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Helena Bonham Carter in it, Mindy Kaling, and it's just wasting them. But it's not a bad movie, and that's one of the big problems. It isn't. It is a very competent film. It walks you through the process. It shows everything you need to know. The characters are not bad. They're just all really trying hard to prove to you they're as good as the men. And I'm not saying there's big hate man message or anything like that. Actually, there isn't. There's just one scene where it says, okay, men get noticed and we don't want to be noticed. Alrighty, I can go with that. That's the only bit of that. It's just that they're not having fun. They're in the original Ocean's 11. There was a sense of fun. The movie knew it was a silly heist film, so it played with it. The colors were there. The setup was there. It just had a visual style. When the heist is finished in Ocean's 11, they watch the fountain at the Bellagio. It's beautiful shot. There's nothing like this in here. Everything is good, but nothing is beautiful. Nothing is fun. Nothing is exciting that draws you in. Instead of an exciting heist of 3 Las Vegas vaults, we get one necklace. Oh, okay, that's Ocean's 13, so we're doing a whole different movie. I'm sorry. Even that was a little bit better because you had a rivalry. Anne Hathaway doesn't know these people. Oh, by the way, they're robbing Anne Hathaway. They don't know her. There's no sense of, if you get caught, I'm going to kill you and everybody who knows you. You know, there's none of that, so it loses a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm coming down on the film because I see what it could be. I mean, we all see. Barry Sonnenfeld directed an excellent movie. It was so entertaining. It was so great, and they had a chance to do this, and it seemed like they wanted to play the gimmick. It seemed like. Just the gimmick by itself does not work. Just the fact that, hey, we're doing this, but now it's women. Good. Okay, you got a strong cast. Now do something with them. It's almost as if they refuse to. And the women in there are sometimes wasted. I liked Rihanna. Rihanna was good in it. I love Helena Bonham Carter in this movie. It's like they do their best with what they have, but what they have just isn't done all that well. Let's see, there's I don't know the Oriental girl's name in there, but she does fine. I love the fact that she switches from accents between a couple of scenes that kind of is surprising. And another problem, I have to say, it's a big commercial. Like the scene that I mentioned with the Oriental girl where they meet her up, you know, to recruit her. It takes place in a subway. They do this there's a whole scene about Tinder, the swipe right thing, where you're being taught how to use it. So I don't know if it's a heist film or it's just one big long commercial. Either way, it could have been so much better than what we got on screen.